Okay, do you hear me now? Yes, perfect. Good. Right. Well, okay. So hope you're doing well, and thanks for those who've sent a home task. The latest home task I received was 25 minutes ago, but I would like to ask you next time to send it a little bit earlier, so I would have a time to check it, right? Okay, so let's start our presentation. Okay, so today we will talk. Okay, Alina, please hand it over as up. Okay, right. Today we have Unit 1, and the topic of it is life, stages of life. Stages of life. Okay, in this unit we will talk about different ages and stages of humans being live. We will review vocabulary. We will listen to background and the family. From the grammar sport, we will talk about past simple, past contrast. Actually, we will discuss all past tenses, and if we have time, we will quiz it. Right. Let's start with the vocabulary. If you have your books with you, that is page number 8, generation. Yeah. Ages and stages, generation. Actually, you have some pictures here. It's different stages of human beings' life. The first one, what is this? The first one, you see the first picture? The small baby is on the hands of the parents. It's to be infant, babyhood, right? Babyhood, it's a long period before you become an adult, and you can be infant. So it's very, very small baby, just newborn baby. What stage of life is this? To be a toddler. Actually, this is an exercise number 2. Toddler. Yes, toddler. It's an age before the schooling. Yes, the baby before the schooling. Number 3. Child. Yeah, be young child. Child. Number 4. What do you think? What age and stage is that? Stage between 13 to 19. Teenager. So you are teenagers now. Good. Yes. Lady on the left-hand side, what is she? Adult. To be an adult. Very good. Yes, quite familiar, right? Okay. Next, gentleman. What do you think? What is his stage of living? It's 20s, before 20 to 30. Okay. The couple. You can pip the words from exercise number 2 on page 8. Now, middle-aged. So it's something before 50, middle-aged. Elderly, someone who already retired, and let's say before 80s. And the gentleman who is celebrating 106th birthday. How do we call him? Centenarian, like again, very good to be centenarian. Someone who already celebrated his 100th birthday. All right. So it's exercise number 4. Here we have to divide vocabulary notes. You can just look through these words And we have to say, what do we do before we are 20? What do we do before between 20 to 40, of being 20 and 40? And what do we do between 40 and 60 years old, being 60 years old? So any prediction, any opinion, what do we do before we're 20? Yes, definitely. We are getting to this world, so be born. So what is next? After that, we play, but what stage of living do we have? So someone is, yes, educating us, somebody, we are brought up by someone, our parents, grandparents. It's the next stage of life, of our life. Okay, the next one, so you can look through the words here in exercise number 4. So we go to university. Yes, we grow up and we go to the university. Yes, we do have grow up here as well. Right, next, what do we do? What state of living do we have? We grow up. I again said that. All right. Start working in before 20. Are you sure? So we learn to drive when you are 16. You have a right to get your first driving license, right? So you learn to drive. Okay. Get first job. Do we have get? Some of you will leave the home when you enter the university. You leave the home and you can start your independent living. Yeah, but in our culture, it's quite unusual when you leave the home before 20. Lots of parents, they prefer having child a long time. So leave school. Yes, so we leave the school when we finish our school, we leave the school. Enter the university later. We do have it here. Go to university, right? It's a little bit messy here, so it's before we start the school, then we leave the school. Oh, sorry. Between 20 to 40, some of us will buy a house, right? What else do we do? Fall in love. Bubu Sarai, actually we have a stage here at any age. Actually, I believe that we can fall in love at any age, not only between 20 to 40. Get your first job. Yes, you can get first job and get engaged as well. Get married, right? What else do we do? Get married here. Any ideas? Buy a car. Get first job. Yes, some of us can buy a car. Do we have a buy a car here? We don't have this word combination, I believe. Start business. All right. Yes, some of us start business before we are 40. Settle down when you finally decided where you would like to live the entire life. Yes, it also happens before 40. Settle down. Can you give me the definition of this word combination? Settle down, or maybe translation of it? It's quite new for you. Settle down. Поселиться, осесть где-то. To get bachelor's degree, Nikita, well, bachelor's degree, not only bachelor's degree, some of us can get a master's degree or even doctors. Split up. What is split up? We can split up. First, split up when the relationship, yes, to separate when the relationship is over. Start the family. Very good, Big Sultan. Any other ideas? All right. From 40 to 60. From 40 to 60. Retire. Well, Bubusara, I don't think we can retire before 60, from 40 to 60, but still, get children, get divorced. Yes, actually, we can get divorced from 40 to 60. It's very sad. Have a change of career. Some people in this age, they understand that, well, they decided to change something in their life, so they decided to, well, I have another option. It's inherit. What is inheriting? Money or house? Inherit. I will explain you. Inherit when you get money or house after your parents. Унаследовать, inherit. It's new words for you. Inherit, унаследовать. Okay, and start business as well. It's never late. Right, over 60. Become grandparent, you said. Yeah, don't forget, we're talking about foreigners, and usually they have children a little bit later than we do. So they become grandparents also a little bit later, after 60s. Retire. What is retiring? Retire when you finish your work, when you don't go to work anymore and you start getting the payment from the government. Retire, it's, what does it mean to retire? Pensia. Good. At any age, we can immigrate. So we can leave the country and find another place to live at any age. Yes, unfortunately, we can pass away at any age, and we can fall in love at any age. Also, there is a word combination like move a house. When you change your place of living, it also can happen in any age. Right. So next, listening. Well, it's exercise number 5. Here we are, we will listen to 4 people talking about their backgrounds and families. The first speaker will talk about, it's Bilal. He will talk about his father. Any prediction, what the conversation, what the dialogue, not the dialogue, what the speech will be about? Try to predict what he will talk about. Any ideas? Look at this family. What do you think? What he will say? No ideas. Yep. We will listen to Sandra. She will talk about her family. Then Charlotte, he will talk about her mom. And Callum, he will talk about his parents as well. I would like you to listen very, very carefully and try to make notes, because later we will do listening comprehension. Ready to listen, ladies and gentlemen? Sorry. Ready to listen? Okay.
Lesson 1A, exercises 5 and 6. 1.
My name's Bilal, and I live in Bradford in the north of England. Both sets of my grandparents emigrated from Pakistan in the 1960s, just before my parents were born. My dad worked on the buses, and my mum stayed at home and brought up the family. Dad would like a change of career, but it's a bit late for him now to change jobs. I think he's just looking forward to retiring. I've got a sister who's 25. She didn't leave home until last summer, when she got married. My dad wants me to go to university in Birmingham and study law. But I think I'd like to start my own business, creating computer games.
Okay, was it clear? Have you managed to understand the topic? All right, next speaker, Sandra.
2.
Tell me a bit about your background, Sandra.
Well, I grew up in the village where my family has lived for generations. My great-great-granddad moved here from Birmingham in the 1930s looking for work.
What kind of work did he find?
He found a job on a farm just outside the village. He settled down, married a local girl, and started a family. They worked incredibly hard, and over the years, they managed to save quite a bit of money and eventually bought a small farmhouse with some land.
And does your family still own that land?
Yes, it does. My great-great-grandparents had a son. When he got married, he bought more land, and now the farm is quite big. I don't have any brothers or sisters, so one day I'll inherit it and keep it running.
Okay. Number 3, Charlotte.
Three.
My mum met my dad while she was on holiday in France. She's British and he's French. They fell in love, got engaged after a week, and were married a month later. And then I was born. They named me Charlotte, as it's both an English and a French name. Anyway, unfortunately, the marriage didn't last. They split up when I was just a toddler and got divorced a few months later. I was brought up by my mum after she moved back to the UK. It was tough for her, being a single parent, but she went to university, got a degree, and then became a teacher. She met my stepdad at university, and they've been married for about 10 years.
Okay. Callum's
4.
parents.
My name's Callum. My mum's parents were from poor working class families in Glasgow. They left school at 16 and didn't go to university. But they started a successful business and didn't retire until they were in their 70s. My mum inherited quite a bit of money when they passed away, but she didn't want to work in the family business and sold it. She moved south and settled down in Liverpool. She got married and took an office job, but she soon wanted a change of career. I think she was fed up with the cold, wet weather too, because she persuaded my dad to emigrate to Australia when I was 2. I'd love to visit Glasgow and Liverpool one day and see where my mum and her parents lived before emigrating.
Lesson 1C.
Great. Okay. So was the topic clear for you? Right. So Bilal's dad. So was he born in the UK? Is he going to have a change in career, or he wants to study law? What is the right answer? I think you're supposed to tick it while you've been listening, so you had plenty of time. Exactly. Sandra's family have owned a number of farms, sold the first farm and bought the bigger one, have owned the same farm for many years. Nikita, what is your opinion? Aytigen, Begimai, Vladimir, what is your opinion, ladies and gentlemen? Sandra, do you remember she had the only one child, and her grandfather moved from Birmingham and bought a small farm and then started the family. Number 3, Babasara. Very good. Yes, that's right. Number 3. He owned the same farm for many years, and she is going to have it from the family later. Charlotte's mom brought up her daughter in France, isn't married, has been married twice. Number 3. It's good. That's right. Callum's parents inherited an unsuccessful family, didn't have a good education, and left Britain many years ago. Vladimir, any ideas? Number 2. All right. Number 2. I believe it's number 3 because they moved from the UK to Australia, and Callum, he wished one day to visit the UK and visit Glasgow and have a look how his parents lived before they moved to Australia. It's number 3. Okay, so here we are to grammar sport, and we have some time to review past tenses. Past simple, we discussed it already many times, and it expresses the action that took place in the past, the specific moment in the past, and we can mention the time when the action took place. Yeah, or we talk about the habit in the past, and also we can mention the time when this action took place. Yes, we can say about the things that when the past and express our opinion about this or that situation. What comes to past continuous? Who can say? When do we use past continuous? What is past continuous? Nikita, any ideas about past continuous? We talk about actions that were in progress for the period of time in the past. So something that was in the process, in the specific timing in the past. Usually, it was for a long time. It was for the period, for short or long period, but we have to mention exactly, and we want to show the action and process. Actually, we use these two tense we can use these two tense in one sentence when one action was interrupted by another. What action usually in the process, and what action usually is interrupted? Another one. You can see it in the theme, in the sentence. I was eating dinner when he called me last night. So she was eating dinner. This is the process of her eating her dinner, her having dinner, and all of a sudden somebody called or somebody interrupted. Yes. So here we are. Combination of past simple and past continuous sometimes can be used in one sentence when we want to show how the action was interrupted by another action. Okay, what comes to present perfect and past simple? What is the difference between present perfect and past simple? Exactly, very good example, Nikita. I was writing a letter when my father came in. Right, what is the difference between present perfect and past simple? This is more interesting. Present perfect shows us the result. Yes, it's an action. We don't know when it started. We have no idea when it was over. We just talk about the fact that something happened in the past, and that result of those action is very important for the moment of speech. She has lost her bag. We don't know when she lost her bag, when she had lost her bag, but we talk about the situation she is in now. We can use already just and yet just to show how often the situation was, but also we can use them in the present perfect tense, right? What comes to past simple? So present perfect, it's fact that something happened in the past. And past simple, it's action also in the past, but what is the difference? What do we mention in the past?